Hello again, YouTubers. This is Jonathan Asiama again, and I'm going to be reading to Thomas and the Shortcut. Here we go. Thomas and the Shortcut. It was a beautiful day on the island of Sodor, and Thomas the Tank Engine was chuffing cheerfully along to Tidmouth Sheds. On his way, some children stopped to wave to him. "Hello, Thomas!" they called. "Hello, children!" He peeped happily back at them. When Thomas arrived at Tidmouth, he saw Ed and Gordon. They were listening to the Fat Controller. "This afternoon, there will be a special story time for the children at the library," the Fat Controller said. "I need an engine to collect the brand new books from Maithwaite Station and take them to the library." Thomas hoped he would be chosen for the job. Listening to stories with the children was his favourite thing to do. "Thomas, you will deliver the books," said the Fat Controller. "Make sure the books are at the library on time." Thomas was very excited. "Yes, sir," he beamed as he pumped his pistons and set off for Maithwaite. Thomas rushed along the tracks. "I mustn't be late for story time," he told himself. Thomas steamed into Maithwaite Station. "Hello, Thomas," waved the station master as he arrived. "You look very happy today." "I am," Thomas tooted. "I'm collecting the books for the special story time at the library." The station master blew his whistle. 2 large trucks full of books of all shapes and sizes began to roll towards Thomas. The little blue engine couldn't believe his eyes. He'd never seen so many books before. "I must hurry," Thomas told the station master as he was buffered up to the trucks. "I have to deliver these books on time." As soon as the trucks were attached, Thomas pumped his pistons and puffed quickly out of the station. "Wait, Thomas!" the station master called after him, but Thomas had been in such a hurry that he hadn't waited for the books to be properly covered. They were loose in the trucks. Thomas steamed quickly along the track. He whizzed around corners, he whooshed around the straights, he wheezed across the bridges. He was determined not to be late for the special story time. But back in the trucks, the books were beginning to jiggle and jostle, and the faster Thomas went, the more they began to bump around. As he approached the junction, Thomas could see that the signal was red, but he didn't want to stop. Then an idea flew into his funnel. "I can take the branch line," he thought. "There aren't any junctions along there." So Thomas puffed quickly down the branch line. He kept getting faster and faster, but the faster he went, the more the books jostled and jiggled in the trucks. When Thomas raced around a bend, he saw a sign warning all engines to slow down because of track works ahead. Thomas was annoyed. He hadn't heard about any works on the track before he left. "Bother," he said. "Going slower will make me late." But just as Thomas began to put on his brakes, he had a thought. "If I didn't know about them, then the works can't be big," he thought. "So I'll just go through them." And with that, Thomas went even faster. Then there was trouble. As he steamed along at full speed, the uneven tracks made Thomas start to bump and jump. Behind him, Thomas's trucks were bumping and jumping just as much as he was, and the books jiggled and jostled like never before. Some even began to bounce into the air. "Cinders and ashes!" Thomas cried as he started to apply his brakes. But it was too late. Thomas hit the biggest bump of all, and with a loud snap, the trucks came loose. They flew in through the air, scattering all the new books across Farmer McColl's field. Thomas's brakes screeched to a halt, and he looked back at what he had done. "Oh my," he gasped, "the books are all over the field. Now the children won't have their special story time. And it's all my fault." Thomas was very sad. He knew that if he hadn't been in such a hurry, he would have arrived at the library safe and sound. What am I going to do? He asked himself. As he looked at the books in the sunshine, Thomas wished the children could see them. An idea bubbled up in his boiler. I know, said Thomas. If I can't take the books to the children, then I'll bring the children to the books for a special picnic story time instead. Very gently, Thomas puffed away to collect Annie and Clarabelle from the steamworks. He had learned his lesson about going too fast. At the steamworks, Thomas told Victor and Kevin about his plan. They thought it was a great idea. Thomas waited to be coupled up to Annie and Clarabelle, then he tooted off to collect the children. At the platform, nearest the library, Thomas found all the children waiting for him. Jump aboard, he told them. I'm taking you to an extra special picnic story time in the sunshine. The children cheered as they climbed aboard. They'd never had a picnic story time before. Thomas puffed towards Farmer McColl's field. This time, when he reached the red signal, he waited patiently, and he didn't take the branch line with the bumpy track. When they arrived, the children ran towards all the colourful books in the field. They each chose one to read. They were very happy to be out in the sunshine for their story time. But Thomas was happiest of all. He'd managed to give the children their special story time. And as he sat and listened to all the stories, he realised that some things are worth waiting for. And that's it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you later. Until next time, please leave a like on this video for more, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye!